Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with me again. I'm your host, Derek Lane, another edition of the Fast Lane Podcast for Success. little bit of thinking leads me to how do we get to our success? How do we get to our success strategy? And thinking about this, I realized that it's all about control. It's all about the control of our life. It's about the control that we have over our life and not allowing someone else to control our life. So when you have a boss or a person in charge of your life, you're not in control. You need to be completely in control of what you're doing, where you're going. So how do we do that? Well, you put together a plan. You put together your thesis for your journey of success, how and why, and you write it down. Again, I've always said that the biggest tool that you have at your disposal is a pen and paper, pencil and paper, whatever. And then you write down where you're going, how you're going to do it, what you're going to do, and you're allowed to make sure that pencil has an eraser on, because you're allowed to change things, but you have to do it. You have to write it down. Being in control is optimal for your success. Don't let someone else charter your success. Don't let a bad boss, bad coworker, bad situation be who you are and what you do and define your livelihood. Your livelihood depends on you. You are your livelihood, okay? So being in control, write it down, make goals. Goals are such an important part of who you are and where you're going. So understand that you're putting together a plan. Understand your plan. Know your plan. Don't just ad hoc your plan. Know who you're supposed to be around. You can feel it. You can feel in your soul whether you're in the proper place or not. You can feel it. So know that if you have these ill feelings, you're harboring ill feelings, that you've got to make some changes to feel good about yourself. There's a ton of people out there that have depression and they look to pills or whatever, when really what they need is a life plan. A life plan to know that, hey, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. I'm on board. I'm doing it step by step. Now, you don't have to jump into anything that is overwhelming. You don't have to just, put 100% risk into anything. But you do need to make moves. You need to make moves toward what your plan is, what your goal is. And if you're not sure about your goals and your plans, evaluate who you are, what you're good at, and always navigate to your friends. When I mean friends, I mean associates, co-workers, partners out there that are very much willing to listen to you, to understand you. Make sure that you have those communication lines. Make sure that you understand those communication lines, and always be a part of a plan. Know who you are. Know what you're about. Know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. Play to your strengths. Play to the things that you are good at. Life is a journey. It's a journey that's meant to be fun, not one that's strenuous, not a life that is full of disappointments day in and day out. You don't need $1 million to be happy. If your goal is to have $1 million, then go for it. But have a plan. Do what you need to do to exercise your plan. And that's what I'm saying, is your purpose in life. Your purpose is calling you. Don't ignore it. Be who you are, but do it in a fashion that suits you. Accept who you are. Accept the person that you are right now, and understand that you can do what you are meant to do. But you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. You got to do what you got to do. You write it down and go for it. Okay? There's no sense in being, the person that makes excuses. Being productive is probably the most important element of creating your success path. And being productive means that you have to evaluate all of your assets, all of the things that you're good at, all of the things that contribute to your success thus far. So being productive and being an asset to people around you, the people that matter, eliminating the negative content, eliminating the things that have held you back in the past, and knowing that you have ample opportunity to move forward in your progress simply by adhering to the production of who you are. Who are you? You need to know that before you do anything else. You need to know who you are. You need to know what you're good at, what your values are, what your capabilities are. So, moving forward on your success path means you understand you. Understanding you is vital. Do things that you normally wouldn't do. Do things that are outside of who you are, because what you've done up to this point doesn't matter. If you're looking for a change, then you have to look within and do something a little different. Something maybe that you're afraid of, but you do it anyway. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're getting the right sleep. Sleep is so important. I should do a podcast just on sleep and how important it is. And make sure that you take care of your finances. Make sure you take care of the economics of your life, so you don't have that strife and that stress of making things work out. Okay, make sure that you take care of yourself. Again, cut down on your alcohol and your caffeine. Don't worry about what other people say. If you're a social media junkie, don't worry about that. You've got things to do in your life. Forward, social media is just that. It is just a junkie tool. Okay. If you're not sure what you're meant to do, start little side projects. Start things that you can do on the side to say, hey, let me give this a try. Let me give this a try and see how well you do it. And maybe use that as make sure you're organized as a person in your life. Organization is the key to success. Make sure your thought, your workspace, clutter is a killer. And I think I had a podcast. Build your network of people. Make sure that people are there for you, to make sure that they help you. Make sure that they're there for you. And understand that you have to put yourself in other people's shoes sometimes. The elitist, the karmic attitude, the karmic atmosphere that can haunt you. It can be great, but then it can be a killer. Make sure that you're always humble and that you understand that all of your successes are great, and that you help others because other people matter. Even the people that you think don't matter, the people that you dislike, the people that you write off, they do matter. Okay, because this world is a world of eternal attrition, I guess. I don't know. It feeds. Everything feeds. So you have to be that is the person that people look up to. Okay? Make sure that you prepare for the worst. Things happen to people, bad things, and it's not always pleasant. So understand that you can rectify bad situations by being prepared, by being ready, by saying, hey, I understand this. I know I can make sure that you have your to-do list. Make sure that you have a list of things that you want to accomplish, and some of the things that you want to cut out of your life. Some of the negative things that you want to cut out of your life. Things that don't attribute to your success. And having the ability to say no, because there's plenty of people out there that are willing to abuse you and take advantage of you. Just say no. It's important to know that those people are out there. Expand your horizon, expand your mental viewpoint of things, expand your list of people that help you, people that are in the game, so to speak, people that are in the game for you, okay? And share that share willing in the game with. I've always said, one of my favorite quotes by Shakespeare is, assume the virtue if you have it not, which means that if you don't know, act as if you do, whether it's dressing the part, acting the part, talking the part, and have no fear. Have the courage to move forward. Understand that everything is a choice. Everything that you do is a choice. The choice to do the right thing at all times. And then be ready for action. Be ready for things that you wouldn't normally do and say, hey, I'm going to do this. It's scary. It's scary as hell. But you can do it. You can absolutely. So I don't know. The overwhelming message here is that take a chance on life. Take a chance and do the things you need to do, and when all else fails, get up, dust yourself off. There is true value in being able to replete your life, to do what you need to do. Life is meant to be fun. Life is meant to be great. The negative actions in life are setbacks. They're not permanent deterrent. Okay. So have fun with whatever you do. And I'm sorry, I kind of wanted a message to go out there but I'm not sure that it's fully found. So give me some feedback. Let me know if there's anything you have questions about. But fulfill your life. Fulfill your life. Evaluate. Do that. I appreciate it. Derek at FastLanePodcast.com. FastLanePodcast.com. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.